Hello, Scorpio. This is your reading with me for September 2021. I hope you're doing well. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So we will definitely take a look, see what's coming through, and what is also happening as well. Okay, so I've got your cards ready to go, and I just wanted to mention that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month as well. So everything is listed down below, but also if you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is available down below as I offer personal readings done within 12 to 24 hours. They're done in that time on the same day, which is a very short turnaround time. And yeah, the link is down below to purchase or also on my website. And there's also intention manifesting items on my website, which thousands of people have seen results with. So you can check out the review section at the bottom of my website. The items are on there, and they're really special because they are meditated with. They're sage. They're personally sent from me to you. There's handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse. There's intention pouches. Everything is meditated with and sage. There's also spiritual teas and crystals and sage, etc. So definitely do check it out if you're interested. Okay, Scorpio, let's have a look and see what September is bringing to you. By the way, Venus enters Scorpio on the 10th, so va-va-voom, you're going to be feeling yourself. I think that you're going to feel very self-confident in September. There you go. That's literally the energy. I mean, this is someone who feels confident, this is someone that feels really good within themselves, that feels, strong and appealing. You may be, just feeling so confident within yourself and quite sensual. Just saying, it's a good energy though. There you go, there's Venus. Empress is ruled by Venus, so it's literally exactly what I'm just talking about. I love it. Most of the times the cards reiterate what I talk about anyways, but for those of you that are new, this is literally how it works. I say things, the cards literally show it. So yes, it's quite a powerful energy with Venus and Scorpio. It really sets the tone of September, where you will also find that people are really interested in you, and you may also find as well that people who usually may ignore you are suddenly paying more attention. They are smiling at you or wanting to talk to you, or they are engaging with you on social media, and you're like, huh? What? Are you alright? Should I check your temperature? So, Seven of Wands. So it's interesting because Mars also enters Virgo. Well, it doesn't also enter on the same day, but it enters on the 15th, I want to say. So Mars is ruled by Aries, so that's that sort of fiery energy. And so when Mars enters Virgo, this is really about, certain things that have felt very conflicting, or certain things you felt really uneasy about. You're getting through those obstacles, you're getting through those challenges, you're becoming stronger within yourself. Mars is really quite a heavy energy because it's known as the planet of war, which is, well, heavy. I literally just said that and I'm like, yeah, that's heavy. And you're just kind of getting through that. So if you've had disagreements with people in the past, or you've just felt really guilty about certain things that you've said when you were standing up for yourself, this is you being able to get through that. And there's that really famous quote or phrase where people say but if the shoe was on the other foot, it's almost I don't think you should feel guilty for the things that you said, because at that moment it felt right. And ultimately, you tried not to cause huge amounts of harm. I feel like many of you stood up for yourself in a certain situation, right? So that's one thing I'm seeing, actually. Speaking of the shoe being on the other foot, have you noticed how the person in this card has two different shoes? So there's that energy here of also, no matter how you feel, look, you will feel very, very good. It's just that I feel here as well, the first 7 days of September, you may feel okay, things are, I'm trying to get through things, I'm trying to wake up, just get dressed, go to work, or try to, apply for things, or, because some of you may be employed, some of you may be unemployed, and if you are not working or you're studying, for example, it's you're trying to just get dressed, you're trying to, do the most you can, you're trying to get through, and step by step get through the days. So I definitely feel here that the first 7 days, you may feel okay, things are quite intense. So that's something I'm seeing here. Let's continue. Ooh, I feel like I have the chills. So Seven of Wands shows that against all odds, you're getting through, okay? You're really getting through things, and it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. It really isn't. And then, of course, the Two of Cups here shows that there's a lot progressing for you. There's a lot moving for you in a good direction, because the Two of Cups really does represent happiness and joy and fulfillment. The Two of Cups is also really positive energy, which is to do with, again, like romantically, there are people around you who are recognizing your energy and thinking like, oh, how did I not see you before? You know? How did I not know you exist before? I know it sounds a bit strange, but they are finally starting to realize your energy and recognize you for who you are, if that makes sense. By the way, the Two of Cups can also represent like friends who may have like distanced themselves away from you, and now they are recognizing just what you bring to the table, and so now they want to come towards you. Oh my god, like I'm getting chills. I mean, I would show you my arm, but I don't feel like you can see the goosebumps, but I can feel it. Oh. Anyways, I don't really think my camera can really pick it up. Can you pick it up? No, the whole thing just looks a bit fuzzy. Anyways, so that's what I see here. Chilling, right? Chilling. That it's all kind of, I mean, I think that for many of you, you're like just kind of minding your own business. You feel good, you know, you're like taking care of yourself, and other people are starting to pick up on your energy very spiritually, and now they're starting to realize that, wow, like how do we miss this? You know, so continue to stay in your own energy. It's clearly doing you a lot of good. But Two of Cups, there's someone that definitely has an interest in you. I feel very like strong, like romantic, flirtatious vibes. Knight of Cups. You know, you're, I think, trying to get through like your own personal struggles. You know, you're focusing on yourself here, whereas everyone else is focusing on you. Not like, you know, 24/7, but for a lot of their time, they are definitely thinking about you, you know, so, well, a lot more than they did previously, that's for sure. And then they got the Six of Wands here. Wild card. Ruled by Saturn. Yeah, see, you're really focusing on you, and look at these figures here. On each corner. It's like you're focusing on you and everyone else is kind of focusing on you. You're focusing on you, they're focusing on you. Yeah. So the focus is basically on you. And then you've got here the High Priestess. By the way, the fact that you're a Scorpio as well, right, and Venus is going into your sign is going to give you a lot of self-confidence. Especially because, you know, the crazy thing here as well is that if any of you have your Venus actually in Scorpio, you'll feel like really intensely, like quite sexual. Like, I know that sounds like really intense, but you will actually feel very, very like into yourself. And what I mean by that is that you will start to feel like you are worth it. You know, your self-esteem and your self-confidence, as well as your sacral chakra, will really, really be very heightened, where you actually start to see so much more of your worth. You start to see your value. You appreciate your body more. You appreciate your, you know, how your body works and how you work and how you do things, etc. So that's another thing that I do pick up on, because Venus in Scorpio is probably one of the most powerful astrological combinations, because Scorpio is a very intense sign. When you put freaking Venus with it, oh my goodness. You know, another very strong astrological coupling is Mars and Scorpio as well. Like, that's really powerful too. And then also Pluto and Scorpio, because the home sign of Pluto is Scorpio. So, you know, and Mars is like the planet of war, and then you've got Scorpio, which is very intense. Like, that's, you know, strong combinations that can occur here. So, you know, those are some combinations, I think, for you as well. If you do hear about those, just know that they can be, you know, like pretty significant times for you as well. Okay, astrologically. Just for the future, you know, if you hear about like Pluto being in Scorpio, or Mars being in Scorpio, or a Mercury retrograde happening, you know, at that time in one of those signs, it's a, you know, it's a big thing. So, strength. Oh, there's a lot of cards here. There's like 4 or 5, so I'm gonna reshuffle. I do apologise if there's a bit more fuzziness on the screen. I didn't use my studio light. I chose to just use my natural, like, well, it's not natural, is it? Light bulb, and it's just quite grainy. Usually when I use my studio light, the camera quality is just so much better, but I just thought, let's try something a bit different, because it looks a lot lighter, this, than actually using my studio light, which is a bit bizarre anyways. Queen of Pentacles and, of course, Strength. Okay, so you're becoming stronger. You're becoming stronger. You are also becoming more heightened within yourself. You're focusing on you, and that's why other people are coming towards you. Ace of Wands, creativity. You're like working towards things that you know are really best for you, that you're focusing on, taking care of yourself on. Some of you feel like you might have been walking on a like tight line, or what do you call those things that people walk on a rope? Oh my god, tight wire, tight line. You know, where they just like walk across a wire or a rope. Kind of vibe that I see here. In the olden days, didn't people used to use like one of these like sticks or rods or something, and then they had to like walk across that? I'm pretty sure that someone did that with the Twin Towers. Like, there was a person, wasn't there, that when the Twin Towers were obviously still up. Speaking of which, actually, do you know what? I just mentioned the Twin Towers, and September 11th is coming up too, isn't it? Wow, are we going full circle into something or what? That's interesting. Yeah, so basically there was a person. What was his name? Philip? So, you know the Twin Towers, which sadly are no longer around for reasons, of course. There's the two Twin Towers. There was a person that put like a rope from one end of one of the towers to the other end of the other tower, and he like walked across it, and he was like literally doing tricks on there and everything. And I don't know what this has got to do with it, but I don't know why. That just really reminded me of it. I don't know where we just ended up. We just ended up talking about the freaking Twin Towers. We got these two pillars here as well. Speaking of Twin Towers, I actually visited. I've been on the top of one of the towers on the observation. Wow, I could give you so many stories. I could literally talk about things forever, to be honest. But I've actually been on top of one of the towers, and it was the one where they have the observation deck on the top. And this was obviously before they came down. So sad, isn't it? Anyways, should I show you a picture actually? I know this is turning into a bit of a strange reading, and you're probably like, I didn't come for any of this, Moonlight, but you know, sometimes I say things and a lot of you say to me like, wow, that makes so much sense, Moonlight. Like, that really resonates with certain things that I'm doing or researching. And you know what? September 11th is in September. So I feel like that's a little bit strange as well that I did mention that. Let me talk about this tightrope. It was a tightrope. Let's have a look at this. Yes, Philippe Brett. Yes. He basically went across, as you can see, like from one side of one of the Twin Towers all the way to the other side. I think he got like put in. Well, he didn't get put in prison, but he got arrested. He got arrested. There you go. You can like literally see like one side of the tower to the other side. I don't know why, it just reminded me of that. Oh, and look, he's using that that stick that I'm talking about, which really reminded me of this one. Anyway, so the point of this is, Scorpio, is that sometimes you may feel like you're walking on a really, really tight line. Tightrope. Right? You're trying to like please everyone. You're trying to do the most you can. And it's like you're just trying. And I just feel here, the more you put yourself first, the more you take care of yourself, like at the end of the day, nothing will matter because people will still come to you. And I think the stronger your energy is, the more powerful you will feel, you know, regarding external circumstances. So basically, Scorpio, things will come together. And I also feel here as well, I don't know how we ended up like just on the other side of things. I feel like we went down a rabbit hole in this reading, and it kind of still gives me chills that we started going down that rabbit hole, and it just reminded me of something that's completely unrelated, but it still brings us to the month of September. I don't know how that happened, but I feel like some of you might actually go down similar rabbit holes where you're talking to like a colleague or a friend or someone, and you go down rabbit holes in your conversations where you start to talk about really random things, but it kind of loops back around. So I'm just saying, like, that could be happening. And just like I saw something in this particular photo that reminded me of something I saw, and it kind of brought us back to September, certain things like that could also happen in September. So I'm just saying that you may also bring up like memories from the past, and it just makes so much sense to what you're doing now, or having moments of deja vu perhaps. That's something I'm seeing here. And of course, you know, that's pretty significant. I mean, the Strength card as well is really, you know, one of like strength and courage and you becoming stronger within yourself. And ultimately, I feel like that you are going to reach some of your goals here, but with so much persistence and hard work. And because you're focusing on yourself, I feel like you're not really waiting for people to come to you. You're not waiting for people to show you attention. You're focusing so much on yourself that you're kind of just letting things naturally come to you as well, which I think is quite significant too. So this is your reading, Scorpio. Really hope it resonated with you and gave you lots of clarity, information, knowledge. Do take care. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website. And do take care, everyone. Bye.